Let's go to main page. Alrighty. Okay, so we have the SPY hitting new all-time highs again here at price discovery. So we shall see how far it can go here this morning or today. So today is Friday. The market has been pushing up all week long, and I think there's some kind of temporary ceasefire or some kind of extension on the war. So the war is something that is like a deal has been done, right? So that one is like done, and the market is moving on to the next thing. Okay. So right now, this is where we are at right now. And you can see that we are at what? All-time highs, right? There's no resistance above this. So anytime there's no resistance above a stock or ETF, that means that we are going to go into what is called price discovery. Okay. So price discovery, discovering new prices. That's basically what that means, right? So right now, what's going to happen is that we don't know where the market is going from here. We have to figure out what's the next area. So we use something called pivot points to figure out where else is the market going. So over here we have this. We have that, and we have this. So that's for now, right? So I don't think we'll get all the way here, but I mean, anything is possible, right? So you just have to be ready for anything, and you go with the flow, right? Go with the flow. All right. So I'll take it out. So this is where we are. So basically, the game plan is simple. At the open, if we break above this 756, we are going to position long, getting these 756 calls expiring on Monday, and we target here first profit target, second profit target, and if we can break above this, then we are going to go here, right? So that's a simple trade plan, right? Same applies at the open. If we, I'll mark this level as well, but it's too many lines. Take it off. So at the open, if we break below pre-market low, then we are going to lean short. We are going to buy put options by 754 puts expiring on Monday, and write it down to this. The nearest support is going to be here, and then from there we can come here, and then here. Okay. So Anthony, are you able to hear me clearly? Are you able to hear me clearly? So I know sometimes you have some.
Yes, yes.
All right, perfect. Okay.
I am loud and clear.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So that's the levels. So then in the intraday, in the smaller time frame, this is how it's going to look like. This is how it's going to look like. We are going to be working within this range. So we have this our pre-market high, pre-market low, right? So it's right now it's trading in an uptrend. If we can hold this red line, then it will try to push up. And once we break this pre-market high, we are going to lean long, right? If we pull back, I mean, it's no problem. If we pull back, it is what it is kind of thing. We will just navigate the situation. And then here, you see that price has bounced here. 1, 2, 3, close to here, it kissed it. Here was close, and then here. So this area here is considered as what? A demand zone where price can come and you are going to get a reaction. So we shall see what happens. So at the open, first directional pick is important. It's looking like it wants to go down. So first directional pick is important. So we come down here, and if price can hold this area, see here, then we can look to position long if it can hold here. But if it breaks, then we are going to lean short, right? So that's basically what this is about here. Okay. So we'll keep it that way. We'll keep it that way, right? We'll keep it that way, and then we'll just get ready for it. So the green box is a place where I expect buyers to step in if price comes here. If it doesn't come here, we'll just go up from there. Okay. All right. So this is done. So here, if we hold here and we start pushing up, it's going to be the 756 calls expiring on Monday. Then you target these areas here as your profit target, the resistance levels. And then if you start breaking down here, we are going to look to get the 755 puts, and we target here first profit target over this zone, because you see here price buyer stepped in, and then go to the next target and etc. Okay, all right, so that's SPY. Let's do the indices quickly, because the big money is going to be made in the stocks, not these ones, right? I mean, you can still trade them, but it's too extended, right? How far can it go, kind of thing, right? The market is in the melt off stage. It's going to be continual melting. At some point, it's going to stop, right? Nobody knows when, but we have to be cautious with that and not go crazy, right? Because the market is too extended to the upside. So here we have this here, we have the what's it called? We have the pre-market high here, and then we have the pre-market low. So Nasdaq has been carrying this market for the longest time, since 2023, or since the what's it called, the launch of ChatGPT to the public. So this has been holding this market due to AI narrative. So here, once we break above this level, this level here, we are going to get that push to the upside. We are going to get the 738 calls expiring Monday, and we'll ride it up to the upside, right? If we break below pre-market low, then we are going to lean short, and we'll short it to the downside, targeting here and here, right? By the way, this looks like it's headed for the headed up, right? It's headed up, right? So that's the thing. But as a day trader, I don't come into the market thinking, oh, I want to go long alone, or I want to go short. No, you come in with a plan, right? Have a plan for long, have a plan for short, okay? Something looks like it's a little bit off here. Let me check it out. It's a little bit off. Okay, this looks correct. Okay, so that's how we are going to trade this. If it triggers, then we'll take the trade, right? So let me go straight to the individual stocks, because that's what is going to we are going to focus here today. Obviously, if our bread and butter SPY and QQQ trigger, we'll take the trade, right? So the purpose of the various tickers is that anyone that triggers first, you take it, make your money, walk away, right? We are not married to any stock or any ETF. So yeah, yesterday we traded Ondas. It looks like it's pulling back. So we'll go to some individual names that I have here on my watch list. I just want to go through that quickly before the opening bell goes out. So one of them is ServiceNow. We traded that yesterday, and I told you guys that was our trade, one of our main trades. It didn't quite do what we wanted to do, but Ondas became the trade of the day, so that's fine. Sometimes the stocks, if you expect it to move faster, it does not get a job done. But yeah, so I told individuals to take a swing trade on it, like, because the best way to capture these big moves is using swing trade, right? If you're trying to day trade it every single time, you are going to miss the big moves, right? Because if you look at this, all this move happened overnight. So there's a gap up, and then we have this move, right? So if you are only a day trader, you are going to miss this big move already, right? So here, if you look at this closely, always look left. When in doubt, always look left. You are going to see that over here we have this level here. I'm going to take off all the lines, keep it simple. So here left, we have this key resistance level. So if this is strong, then we are going to push up, right? So software names are getting a relief. I mean, after Snow's earnings, and also I think Anthropic released some whatever features on their platform about fundraising and stuff like that. It did not really affect software names. Software names were going up. So I think that the whole scare about like AI taking the job, the business of these companies is going to be it's no longer a thing. So, yeah, it's no longer a problem anymore, because they are going to be in any business. or when there's any new innovation, there are going to be winners and losers, right? So even analysts are confused. They don't know what they're doing, right? They're jumping from one place to the other. So yesterday, once Snow released their earnings, all of a sudden they are giving Snow, they are increasing the price target left, right, center, right? So analysts are offside, right? I'll use a soccer analogy. They are offside and they don't really know what to do. So they're just going with the flow. Okay, so there are some that are going to be successful and some that are going to be affected, right? I mean, if you take a company like Microsoft, Microsoft is Microsoft. Like every software that you use for, like my computer here, I'm using a Microsoft computer, and Microsoft software is not going away anywhere, right? So those that are able to work with, integrate AI into their system to make it more efficient are going to be some of the winners, right? So ServiceNow is also a good company, it's a software company, and the president has told everybody to buy ServiceNow. So President Trump is now he offers signal service, alert service. So if he says buy something, you have to buy it, right? Yeah, so that's what's happening here with ServiceNow. So ServiceNow, if we break above, so here we have this. I don't think we are going to come here today. We are going to come to this area. I think this is going to head up, but sometimes market can be irrational, so you have to be prepared for everything. So the main target here today is for us to see if we can fill this gap fill. We're going to get this gap fill, and then we are going to push to these regions, right? So here, these are highs, and if we break above these highs, we are going to look to buy the 120 calls expiring next week, right? Next week, don't get 0 DTE. So if you get 0 DTE, it's risky, and if the thing does not move, it's going to burn you out, right? So I always recommend, especially for the newbies, I always recommend you buy time, right? Time is your friend, okay? Don't try to be a degen, right? Or a degenerate. In the trading sector, there's something called degenerate or degen, right? Someone who goes crazy and buys 0 DT and just go load up. I mean, hoping that it's going to flip. It might work sometime and sometimes it might not work, right? So the best way is that if you're starting out, you want to protect capital and always make sure that you're protecting capital. That's key, right? So here, I like ServiceNow. ServiceNow is strong. So we'll see if it can continue this trend. Ideally, I like things that can pull back. So if you look at this, you can see that this here is it came to the 51, 2, and it bounced, right? Now it's at the 20, right? So main goal is that if it can clear here, so at the open, if we get a bullish engulfing candle, wait for the candle to close, wait for the next candle, that shows that there's strength, this guy's main business, there's no fake outs, right? Then you can look to buy the, you can get the maybe 130 calls or something, right? Or 126, because here we have the gap fill. So I'll target 130, right? If you are getting the one next week, you target the 130 and then you can ride it up to the upside. So break above pre-market high means it's a goal. We are going long on this and we are going to buy the call options and ride it to the upside. All right. So ServiceNow is going to be one of my main watch here. So I'll put it on the left here. I'm not going to talk about Dell here because there's no point trading that. It's already like I did the Ennis Lotto, I posted it. Those that did it, those are the guys that who make money, right? Going to trade Dell right now makes no sense. So here, unless maybe it sells off or something, right? So here, there's ServiceNow. Another one I have here is Palantir. So Palantir is a stock that has been consolidating. So by the way, I'm going to be doing a masterclass on this stuff on Tuesday. So make sure that you guys sign up for it. So an email has gone out already about signing up for that masterclass. So that helps you to identify these moves before they happen, right? Because if you are a technician, you don't really need to know what news is going to move a stock, right? You just have to position, right? And then the news comes out afterwards. So here you can see that we have this is a classic, this is a very A+ setup, right? So this is left shoulder, right shoulder, and this your head, right? All what you need to do is, because this here, if you go to the weekly time frame, this has been literally consolidating for how many weeks? Like several weeks, right? I'm not going to count this, right? So it has been trading within this range. You see this range? So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 weeks. Maybe I counted it wrong, right? So in technical analysis, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the move, right? So you position here, and then so from consolidation comes expansion, right? So that's technical analysis 101. So here you see that we are breaking. So you see here, every single time this has come here, this is a weekly time frame. Every single time this has come here, you see the purple line, that's the 20-week simple moving average. Is you see, you have wicks, right? So if they're able to break it this time, you are going to get a big move, because all those guys that have been shorting this, they have to cover. And then by the time you see this, going to be here, 159. And then once it gets here too, it's going to get into these obstacles and stuff. Once it breaks it, it's going to take off. So best way to play this is to buy a swing trade, buy time on it. You buy something like a July expiry or end of June expiry, you relax, you wait and allow the thing to play out, right? That's how you can capture the big move, right? But from a day trading standpoint, we are just looking to capture a move like from point A to B, and then we are done, right? So today we are going to focus on that. So over here on the weekly time, on the daily time frame, what I'm looking at is that I want to see if this 100 SMA can hold. It has to hold here. Break above this and hold this. We are going to push to this area, next target, and then this target over here, right? That's where we are going to move, and then here. So these are our immediate profit targets, right? If we can get there. So I can look to get like something like a 150 calls expiring next week, Friday, and then we'll ride it to the upside, right? But the mission number one is for this to hold this 100 SMA, right? There's going to be a battle there. I think the Bulls are winning that battle right now, but there's no guarantees that they're going to win it, right? So if we can go and break above it, hold it, then it's game time. We can push to 150 and beyond, okay? Also, Palantir is it's one of the stocks that the president actually put the ticker symbol there, right? Ticker symbol says, go buy Palantir, right? I like the CEO, go buy Palantir, right? So if the president who runs an alert service is telling us to buy, we have to go buy, right? So we buy, and then we think about the whole thing later, right? So here, that's what I look to see here. So I'm seeing Palantir here giving us one of our favorite events, right? Reliable trading events. So if we get this bullish engulfing candle here, and then we get it to close, we get another candle, that means that this is game time. So I will switch to the 2 minutes time frame here for early entries. So here above this level, we are going to get the 150 calls. We're almost there. So maybe let me check the option chain here. Yeah, the 150 is not bad. Not like stay away from 0DT, right? You know, get this one, right? So here 150 is not bad. Or we'll get something like 155 if they have 155. That one is not bad as well. Okay, so 150 calls or 155 calls can get the job done. Okay, all right. So that's Palantir. Another stock that I'm going to watch here is going to be what's it called? Microsoft. So Microsoft has been blowing hot and cold. Like it goes up today, sells off. It does all this crazy acrobatics and gymnastics, right? So here, what is it again? Microsoft, right? So Microsoft is the leader in the software space. Like if you check the IGV ETF, that's the one with the highest weighting. So here, Microsoft is the same predicament. You see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 weeks. So this is your flagpole. This is a bull flag, right? So all you need to do is to position and wait, buy time, right? So, you know, you can do the day trade thing, you can scalp it, stuff like that. But the big move is going to come here once we break out of this box here, this area here, right? Once we break out of this place, then we are going to push up, right? So I think Microsoft by the end of the summer will be around 480, right? So this is going to be the trade of the summer, right? And I've told you guys already, I posted it in the community. I've given you guys a summer gift. Make sure you take that trade and execute on it. So in the swing trading service, we already have Microsoft, you know, 480 calls, 450 calls, different strikes, positioned for this, right? So for from a day trading standpoint, what we are looking at is that we are looking at this area here, here. Let me take this stuff off. I don't want to clean the lines right now. It's running a little bit late, right? So here, if price can clear this pre-market high, it's going to blast through and it's going to go here. So 440 calls expiring next week Friday should get a job done, and then we'll get into what's it called? Gap entry, 200 SMA, and then this where our ultimate target. If I can get Microsoft to get here by the end of the summer, that's going to be a big money trade, right? So that's what I'm looking at here. And for today's purposes, we need a break above this pre-market high to go along getting the 440 calls, okay? So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this as an alert, 435, and then I'll have service now here, and I'm going to have, what's the name of the other one? Palantir here, right? So the other small cap names that I wanted to cover, one of them is SoundHound. Market is about to open. SoundHound, right? SoundHound. So SoundHound also has a very nice setup. It has this investor and shoulders pattern setup. So what I'll look for is I'll look to see if it can break and take off, right? So here we have this kind of trend line here. If it can break this trend line, then it's game time, right? It's game time. So, okay. So what I'll do is that I'm not going to watch this actively. So I'll do $9.30. And then if it triggers, we'll take it, right? Market has opened here. QQQ breaking pre-market high. It's taking off. Let me go check out my other stocks. Palantir. So we also have Dell. I'll just look at it quickly here. What it's doing, I think people are going to take profit, right? I also need to go take my profit as well on this. So now, so this selling, pulling back. Shall see how it goes. So also a couple of other stocks here. I was watching Oracle. Oh, Oracle triggered. It's going down instead. Intel. Okay, Intel. Had Intel. There's a setup on Intel that I wanted to capture. Okay, so we've seen Microsoft take off. You know what? Let me mark these things before we miss it. 149. So QQQ long has triggered, guys. QQQ long has triggered. Oh, Microsoft, that's beautiful. So I like what I see on Microsoft. I usually wait a little bit, but I might take a stab at it here. Let me go to the 2 minutes time frame. Let me see what happens here. I like this bullish engulfing candle above the narrow state, meaning that it's game time. Okay. So we've got in the first 2 minutes candle close. What I'll do here is that it's two ways to enter this, right? You see here, if we break above these highs, you can enter the trade and put your stop loss here. So I'll get the 440 calls, put the stop loss here. Okay. That's early entry, right? Put your stop loss here. So this is what is called, you have to wait for it to clear it first before you can enter. Okay. Or you can just wait for the 5 minutes, right, for it to work. But I like what I see. Intel, I'll wait for okay, Palantir cross, perfect. And we also have Qualcomm. Let's start triggering, man. Hey, Palantir. Okay, so Palantir here, we need to watch it closely. And I'll put Qualcomm here. I don't want to miss 2 Fridays in a row of Qualcomm. That cannot happen, right? That cannot happen. So I know some of you like trading QQQ. There are more QQQ traders here than SPY, so I'll put QQQ here. So Qualcomm is doing well. So Qualcomm, if you can, like, I'm looking to get, ideally, we want to wait for this 5 minutes to close, but yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. You can wait for it because here we need to clear this. There's a big level here that it needs to clear. So I would say, let me see here. Let me see what they're charging for this. Qualcomm. So Microsoft has not triggered yet. It is consolidating. It wants to bull flag here. It's trying to bull flag here. So once it clears here, we'll take the trade. But Palantir is a good one. Palantir is a good one. I need to wait for that 5 minutes candle to close, and then I can take the trade. So Palantir, I might get the, we're already at 150, so I might get the, what's the name? I might get the 155 calls or something, right? Expiring next week. So yeah, this is looking like it wants to go. It's looking like it wants to go here. So Microsoft, where's Microsoft? Microsoft, I'll take a stab at Microsoft here. Microsoft. I mentioned your name several times, so you have to get the job done, okay? All right, so I've taken a starter position on Microsoft here, 440 calls. 440 calls expiring next week. Or you can take the one expiring today, but I will not advise that. If you're a beginner, don't do that, right? Get the one expiring next week. That's going to save you a lot of headache. Especially Microsoft can be stubborn. It doesn't move sometimes, right? So I'm in the 440 call starter position. Once we clear here, I'll add to the position and then write it up, right? Yeah, so 440 calls, that's my first trade here. QQQ is taking off, guys. Yeah, so QQQ traders, you can take your long, 740 calls, expiring Monday. You can write it up. I'm focusing on Microsoft. Where is this other thing? There's another stock that I wanted to trade. I'll just focus on Microsoft for now. What happened to ServiceNow? Oh, okay. Disappointment. It's selling. But it can pick up, it can come back up again. So Palantir is the next one that I'll take a long on. Palantir is the next one I'll take a long on. PLTR. Let's see here. PLTR. I would take the yeah, I can take the 150 calls. Let me see what the 155 is costing. If you are going to buy next week expiry, you can take the 155. If you are going to take today's expiry, get close to the money, get 150 calls, okay? If you want to get today's expiry, get something close to the money. That way it doesn't decay fast, okay? So I would, I'll wait for this to clear first. Once it clears, I would take the 155 calls expiring next week. or even expiring today and ride it to the upside, right? So I'm going to be taking contracts expiring today, right? I mean, you don't need to do that. Just know that you can get bent out, right? So here, I like what I see on Palantir. I would take a startup position expiring this week. I'll take the 150 calls, okay? And then if you start moving, I can switch it and take something higher. So I've taken the 150 calls for Palantir expiring today. Hopefully it can break out and go. And I've also taken this guy, Microsoft, right? Microsoft is consolidating here, negotiating here to break this gap entry and things, right? So we'll see how it goes. So I'm locked in on Palantir. So all the trades I'm taking here is expiring today, right? Full disclosure. I just want to be transparent, right? But you can do the same thing. Just know that if it consolidates and messes up, it's your fault, right? Yeah. So I'm taking the one I've taken here, 150 calls on Palantir expiring today. 440 calls on Microsoft expiring today, right? So my advice is to get something expiring next week. Something expiring next week, right? So Qualcomm 2 is coming up. Qualcomm is coming up. If this Qualcomm can move, that's going to be really nice. This Qualcomm can move, that's going to be really nice one. So Palantir is a very nice trade, going well so far. Beautiful. We need Microsoft to wake up and break that bull flag and head out, right? So I'll move to the 2 minutes time frame here. I just want to see every single candle. I don't want to be blindsided, right? So here, so I'm focused. My two brain trades are these two guys, right? So Microsoft. This Palantir is going to be really nice. Let me do something here. I need to make this change. I think I'll increase my size on Palantir. So Microsoft is bull flagging. So basically what it is that what it's doing here is that, anytime a stock or whatever ETF comes to a key level and is trying to break it, it's two ways, right? It either has to consolidate at that level or it's going to pull back, right? It can pull back, right? Because it needs to pull back and then from there it can, take off and go. So here we are seeing what is called a bull flag. So it can do this for some time. And that's where if this continues for long, then 0DT might be a problem, right? But if it can hold and break out, then we can take off and go. So eventually we are going to get a candle that looks like this. Candle that looks like this forming. It's not a red candle, a green candle. That's forming like this. And then we are going to break it and we are going to head to this area, right? If it doesn't, it's going to just pull back and then try to come and hold one of these and go up, right? That's what it's going to do. That's what it's going to do. So Palantir is a beautiful trade, guys. Beautiful trade. We are heading to 152. So first profit target 152. And then you can hold runners, always hold runners here. Qualcomm 2 has triggered. Qualcomm, I'm not sure if I'm going to take this trade. I need it to clear here first because I don't want to get into any trap, right? The reason is that this a trend line. This is a trend line. You see here, 1 tap, 2 tap, 3. So it's going to struggle here. So I'll wait. I'll wait for it to clear here first before I'm entering the trade because I don't want to get trapped. So Palantir, we are here now. You can take some profit off the table. Make sure you pay yourself. It's Friday. Take profit here. So how do you take profit? Once the candle is pumping, right? It's pushing, push. That's where you have to be selling, right? You don't want to wait for the thing to turn red and then you are trying to sell. No, you sell into the push. right? So right now I've taken some profit off the table here on this, at this profit target. I'm going to hold the rest as runners and see if we can get to 156. And then we'll go from there, right? So always take profit, trade like a disciplined trader, and not trade based on P&L, trade based on targets, right? So I've taken profits off the table because that's my profit target. I'm holding some as runners, right? Like I've sold, I'm holding like a good chunk as runners, and I'm waiting for Microsoft to do its thing. And then we go from there, right? So this is going to be a fantastic trade here if Microsoft can give us that bull flag, that candle, that green candle. That green candle is going to be superb, right? So you see here, see what I drew? Is exactly what is about to happen here, right? QQQ, if you're a QQQ trader, just take profit here. Be sure to take profit here as we are pushing in. And yeah, so there goes the day, guys. There goes the day, goes the day, goes the day. It's Friday, goes the day. Boom. Goes the day. So I'm waiting for Microsoft. So I've taken profit here on Palantir. I'm holding runners to see if it can get to 156. If it doesn't, no problem. I've taken profit. I'm waiting for this break of Microsoft. Fingers crossed, right? I think we are going to break it. Let's see. Let's investigate. Let's investigate whether we can break it. So here is going to be, I'll go to 2 minutes. So here, you see that we need increasing volume, right? So as we are approaching here, we need volume to increase. So we need these green bars to go up. We need them to go up. And then we are going to get that break. Once we get that break, then we can push up, right? So you see you see the candle is going up, it's going green, right? There you go. So the bull flag is working. Yay, it's working. So yeah, let's see if we can break. Let's see if we can break. It's still struggling. Let me see what the 1 minute is showing me here. It's still struggling. Yeah, this is one of the things I don't like about Microsoft, right? It's too slow. If this were to be Tesla, it would have been here by now. It would have been gone. Fast, very fast moves. Very, very fast. So QQQ traders, take profit here. You've got into the price discovery profit target. You want to pay yourself, hold runners, always hold runners, and see where it goes from there. And yeah, so Palantir still holding. We'll see how far it goes. So there's still more resistance up, so we can get to 156, etc. But if you got something expiring next week, you have time, right? You can hold some, but make sure always take profits, right? Take some profit off the table. So Qualcomm here, I'll be comfortable going long if it can clear here, right? I'm just trying to be cautious. I don't want to get trapped. Microsoft is struggling here with this. It's one of the things I don't like about Microsoft. It's too slow for my liking. Too slow for my liking, but we'll hold the trade. I need to see that pop, that breakout. What happened to ServiceNow? Is it going up? ServiceNow is blows hot and cold. Like it goes up and then it loses steam. There's all these software names. Okay, let me check small caps. Let's have CoreWeave. Microsoft is pulling back now. It's not fun. Microsoft is pulling back now. Let's see what it does. Microsoft has been trading this way all throughout the week. It does this move, it goes up, goes back, does all this stuff. It's going to come back up. What's Tesla doing? Tesla waking up today. I have some tickets here on my radar. I'll just go through them. I'll check through them and see which ones I've triggered because I had more than that. So this Qualcomm, I'm watching it. I'll take the trade once we cross that what's it called? That trend line. I'll take the trade once we cross that trend line. I think it has the potential to explode. We can get an explosive move, but I just don't want to get trapped in it. So in that case, I'll get something like two something. Let's see here. Yeah, this is not bad. 260 expiring this week today. That should be fine because that's close to the money, and it's going to work out. But yeah, you have to watch it. Or I can even get the 265 expiring today. And once we break here, this thing is going to take off to 276, right? It's going to go to that sector. Okay, Qualcomm. So what's it called? Microsoft, just chill, relax, hold your trade. Chill, it's just bull flagging, right? It's part of the bull flagging process. Consolidation. We are going to get a long green candle here very soon. Where's this stuff? It's just pushing here. Q. It's just melting up, guys. So futures traders, make sure you hold runners. You don't just panic and sell. Hold runners, trail your trade and allow it to play out. Because this thing looks like it could go higher, right? So Qualcomm looks like it wants to break this highs here. Let's see if it can do that. That's going to be nice. That's going to be fantastic. Oh. What's Oracle? Oracle 2 is a software name. What's happening to it? Oh, this smokes. Oracle did well. So Oracle 2 was one of the tickets that I wanted to trade here today. I think it's even doing better than Microsoft, right? Because it held the 200. The trade was pull back into the 200, hold it, and then push up, right? So I think 220 calls on this expiring next week should be good. I think we are going to hit this 220 level here. Microsoft is just too slow for my liking. I think it's best for me to just swing trade Microsoft because I don't like slow moving stocks when I'm day trading. It's too slow for my liking. Yeah. Oracle is good. SMCI too. Yeah, we have a swing trade on this. This one too is working out nicely. SMCI. So I'm watching, keeping a close eye on Qualcomm. Open Technologies, small cap name. Oh, sort of. Thing with small caps is that they're not reliable. They blow hot and cold all the time. This one here. Swap into the quantum computing. They like to move on Fridays. Sort of. Okay. CoreWeave. Hey, Microsoft is making me wait for a long time here today.
I think ServiceNow is breaking out.
ServiceNow? Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, so ServiceNow is back up here, back online. It went offline, but it's now back online, right? So I don't think I'm going to trade it because we have Palantir, right? So I don't want to have too many stocks trading at the same time. So I'll skip this one. I'll just focus on Palantir and I'll see if this can break, right? I'll see if this can break. But if you want to trade it, you have to monitor it yourself, right? So I still have runners here. Let's see what this can happen. And this one, I'm just waiting for that bull flag break. Stuff is taking long, right? So that's why I always advocate for buying time, right? Buying next week expiry. Because if you're in 0DT here, the longer this goes, your contracts melt, right? The good thing is that the one I bought is 440, right? So it's close to the money, at the money kind of thing. So as long as this continues this way and it can push up, it's going to work in my favor, right? But if I got something way out of the money, I got something like 450 and it's doing this, it's going to be gone. The contract is just going to melt down very, very fast, right? So you have to know where you're at and the type of stock that you're trading. And sometimes regardless of the stock, because stocks move when they are when they move, right? So sometimes you don't know when it's going to move. I've been in a trade where a stock consolidated for a whole hour. It did not move. Whole hour, it did not move, right? So in that way, if you were in a 0DTE trade, it's going to melt down. And then from there, always we know that from consolidation comes expansion. And the longer the consolidation, the bigger the move, right? So that stock exploded, right? So getting something that you have time, you hold it and allow it to play out, right? But if you're in 0DT, you are going to be in a hurry to do. So one way to trade 0DT, if you really, really, really want to do it, is that like on a Friday or maybe on those trading the Magnificent Seven that expires Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can get at the money or in the money. And that way it's going to hold on some of the value, the intrinsic value. That way you don't have this problem, right? That's how you do it. So Palantir here, we are having a bull flag break. So holding my runners, I'm waiting for that bull flag break. Once it breaks, then I might maybe add to the position, but I'll just see what it can do here. Microsoft. So you see Qualcomm there is struggling at that trend line. So I needed to clear the trend line before I'll be comfortable taking the trade. All right, before I'll be comfortable taking the trade. So Palantir is about to move here. Let's see if it can give us that 156. What happened to the robotics names? Oh, this one sold off. It looks like small caps are selling. What's IWM? Is IWM weak today? Oh, okay. That's why these guys are struggling here today. So IWM is struggling. So just know that if you're a SPY trader, just know that if this is up, most likely SPY is also up. Let's see what SPY is doing. Yeah, you see. So best of the same feather confuse their owner, right? The same thing. Yeah. So today I just switch. Because I know we have more QQQ and NQ traders than SPY. But it's the same thing, right? If this is going up, even if you don't know what SPY is doing, you can just buy calls on SPY. It's going to go up the same way. Because most of the stocks that control SPY are also tech stocks that are listed in the QQQ, right? So tech controls this market. Without tech, there's no way we'll be at all-time highs, right? There's no way we'll be at all-time highs. So because of tech, because of the innovation, because of all the good stuff, that's what is causing the market to go up. Okay, so let's go back and check out Qualcomm, what it's doing. I was also eyeing Intel. I don't know whether it moved, whether it took off. Intel, no, it couldn't go. Okay. Yeah, so here I need this Microsoft thing to work out fast because I'm just NVIDIA. Okay, so NVIDIA, I'm going to give you guys a play here on NVIDIA, right? Just like a swing trade. So what you have to know is that NVIDIA is the #1 company in the US stock market, like most valuable company, right? So just put Microsoft here. Now we'll watch that one. We also have Palantir, but I'll just talk about NVIDIA. I'll put back Palantir here. So NVIDIA. Oh, Microsoft is annoying. NVIDIA is one that you can get a long on, like a swing trade on, because if you look at this is a perfect setup. So you see here, anytime NVIDIA has come here to this 20, that's always bounced, right? That's always bounced. So it's coiling up. So what you need to do is that you can take a swing trade, like maybe a 220 calls, expiring June 18th, buy time, because the swing trade, you buy time, and put your stop loss here. If the daily candle closes below here, you should be out of that trade, right? If it doesn't, then yeah, but based on historical data and what this is doing, is going to work in that favor. It's going to go up, right? It's going to go up, right? So that's the thing. Yeah, so that's how this works. Okay, so so that's how this works. So cool stuff. Someone said the trader would. Okay, that's nice. Congratulations. So here, Nvidia is looking strong here. I think it's going to break out of this bull flag, and it's going to go up. Let's see what Microsoft is doing. Microsoft is a very slow stock, man. Very, very slow moving stock. So yeah, I like this Nvidia. I'll take a swing trade on it. Now I'll hold it. To me, it's a low risk trade for me, because unless it breaks that below that distance, then yeah, well, then it's going to be a problem. So swing trading, guys. Our Microsoft is up. Microsoft is all green here. Just check the swing trade portfolio here. It's all green X and ham, very green. Green here. Let me look at Nvidia. I'll take a starter position on Nvidia. I'll get there. What did I say? I'm going to get 220 calls. 220 calls expiring June 18th. And I'm going to hold on to it. Okay, so I think it's giving me $6 something here. Or could I get something farther away? Let's see. Could I get something that is far away? Let's see. What's this? It's a little bit risky because the market is too extended. What if this market pulls back? So I'll just stick to manage risk here. So I'm taking the 220 calls June 18, and I'll hold that one. So Nvidia, after it was listed in the what's it called, the DIA, is it has become slow again. It's due to the DNA of the stock, right? DNA of the stock is showing that is going to be a slow stock. It used to be very fast. Nvidia used to be very, very fast. But after the stock split, it's not. So I've taken the 220 calls June 18th for swing trade. I don't want to day trade this. I'm just going to hold it. I like the setup. So if you go check all the semiconductor stocks, all of them did this move where they pulled back to this purple line, which is a 20 EMA, and then they call it up. So this is one of the easiest setup you will ever get, right? So here, your stop loss is here. Oh, sorry, let me go to a different, this thing, stop loss is here. So if a daily candle comes and closes below here, you're out of the trade. Otherwise, you hold it, right? Okay. Microsoft, do something, my friend. Taking too long. Taking too long, my friend. Oh, man. Hey, is anybody trading QQQ here or NQ? Is anybody trading QQQ here today or NQ? SMCI. Did your thing move? SMCI is pushing. Oh, fantastic, right? SMCI, we do not day trade it, but we have a swing trade on it. This is incredible. I think this is going to get to $50 today. Qualcomm is still pushing. It's trying to make a move. So Microsoft will come good. We are going to get that breakout candle. Just relax, chill, just relax and chill, right? If you got something expiring next week, then no worries. Don't worry about it. But if you got 0 DTE, then you have to be a little bit worried, right? But it's going to come good because the strike is close to the money or at the money. Unless we get a red candle for Microsoft, right? Then it's going to cause this thing to decay. But I think eventually Microsoft is going to do its thing. Eventually Microsoft is going to do its thing, and then it's going to go. So we got in multiple trades here. Oh, let me check what this thing is doing. So let me take this out. Sorry, I got my Palantir. Is it still going up? Okay, Palantir. So Palantir holding runners. That's working out nicely. I think I had a Palantir. Oh, I thought I had Palantir swing trade.
Not still. No, not yet.
So Palantir is working out. So just hold your runners. As I told you, hold runners, don't sell everything. So that's working out nicely. Palantir is working out nicely here. We are going to head to that 156 mark. Palantir 156. I thought I had a Palantir swing trade. Oh, that's the one. That one was expiring today. I sold it. Damn. Hey, Microsoft, finally. Yay. Holy smoky, this smokes. The thing cannot even move. So trade of the day here is Palantir, guys. Trade of the day here is Palantir. I think we'll head to our next target of 156. I'm holding my runners. We'll see how it goes. Microsoft has been, I would say, has been disappointing. It's not really taking off going, but no problem. I think it's eventually going to go. You just need to be patient. That's why, so I hope you guys are learning lessons about why I advise not to take zero DTE, especially if you're a newbie. It works both ways. It's like a double-edged sword, right? Can work in your favor or work against you, right? Work in your favor or work against you here. So here we have this. If Microsoft can master this trend and break this, jeez, how do people trade Microsoft every day? It's a slow stock, man. Very slow. It's just like Apple. But Apple, when it moves, sometimes it does well. Look at Apple. Look at this. It's also consolidated. Imagine you were chasing, you bought this here, and you bought zero DT. All your contracts will be melted now. It's going to be like burned into ashes, right? So just know the DNA of the stock. So we cover all these things in the trading rich courses, right? The DNA of a stock, right? Why certain stocks move faster than the others. Okay. So holding tight on Microsoft is going to come good. So here, you see, we are here now. Make sure you take profit on this stuff. Pay yourself here because we hit this target. It's a zone. So know that supply, this is a zone. QQQ is pulling back, so it might pull back these other ones. But Microsoft is a juggernaut by itself, so it can self-propel itself. So yeah, you can trim some here on Microsoft and then hold some runners. Trim some on Microsoft and hold some runners. I don't like the way it's too slow. So I'm taking some off here and holding runners. So that's about it. I'll hold the runners and see if we can hit this target here today. But I also have a swing trade. So the swing trade is where the main trade is, right? Because that one we've been holding that for a while now. So yeah. Okay, guys. So let me know what you traded. Let me know what you traded here. Sorry, I need to stop share. I need to check out something. Let me know what you trade. So hold on tight to Microsoft. Hold on tight to Microsoft, right? Do not sell everything. Do not sell all your contracts. If you have one, then it's what it is, right? Because if the longer this consolidation, if you can push up, if Microsoft can give us 448 today or 450 today, that's going to be a big trade, right? So make sure you hold at least one contract. Make sure you hold at least one contract. Do not sell everything. Don't be Don't be a scary cat and sell everything, right? Okay, so just hold and hold some runners, and we'll get that push. Hopefully, it does not disappoint, right? But make sure you take profits and hold some runners. So you take profit and hold some runners. Let's go, Microsoft. You can do it.
Hi,
You've
Richard.
been waiting for too long. Yeah, what's up?
While we're waiting for Microsoft, do you want to take a look, maybe not for today's trade, but you want to take a look at MU?
MU. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take a
Yes.
look at that later. Yeah.
Yes. We can't will move for 12th of June for strike at 10:15.
Mm. Well, you want to trade MU?
I'm just saying it's worth taking a look. If
No,
you
no,
are
no.
in-
Don't go
not
buy.
today, not for a day trade, not for a day trade.
See, anytime a stock is so extended, you have to stay away from it. Seriously. I don't care how far it's going, do not trade that. That's a trap. Right? That's a trap. Like, I'm not interested in MU. The risk to reward is not there. Nobody can convince me. This thing here, listen, once the market is extended. Once the market start pulling back, all these stocks are going to pull back. So if you are going to be buying here now, you are going to be chasing. I'll be comfortable going MU if it can pull back to the gap fill, and I'll look to enter. But here, no, don't do it. It's not worth it. Right? There are other stocks that are beating down, that are coming out of a dip, like Microsoft, Palantir, that kind of thing. Those are the ones that you have to focus on.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something that you guys have to know, right? Because when you are doing swing trading, you always have to know where the indices or the ETF where the stock is listed in, where it's trading right now, right? So what's the name here? So we have SPY. Let me take off Qualcomm. You see what I told you guys? There's no point taking this trade on Qualcomm because there's this big resistance there. So here, what is the other one? QQQ. So the index, so here this is the ETF, right? You have the index and the ETF. ETF is like a smaller version of the index so that people can get involved and stuff, right? So yeah, make sure you take profit on Microsoft, and you can hold. If you have ones expiring next week, you can hold runners. If you have 0DT, it's a little bit tricky. So just take profit on the 0DT ones. If you have some expiring next week, just hold it because this can go up and push up, right? Or if you've taken profit of your 0DT, you can hold some runners and allow it to run. Yeah. So I have a tiny piece of this by 0DT, so I might even sell it, right? Yeah. So when you have your major stock, like so you have to know, first of all, if you're doing swing trade, you have to know where the stock is listed. Is it listed in the QQQ or NASDAQ, or is it listed in the S&P 500 or IWM? So once you identify that, you have to figure out where that index is, like where is it currently trading. So if the index is at all-time highs and you are even going to enter a trade, if the index start pulling back, your stock is going to pull back. It doesn't have a choice. There are anomalies where you have a stock that is showing relative strength. So you see here, QQQ and SPY coming down, so Microsoft is coming down, right? So that is the effect I'm talking about. But this more like a swing trading, a bigger time frame kind of thing, right? So you always want to be in the direction of the ETF or the index. That way it's going to help. So if you go take something like an MU, which is like, it's wide, like away from the 20 SMA, right? Look at it. Away from this, like 29%, right? Look at this. The last time is here, right? So this thing is shown that every single time is around the 25 to 29% it pulls back. So we can get a pullback here very soon. And that pullback is going to coincide because this is one of the strongest stocks. So if it's pulling back, it's trading in the same direction as the QQQ and SPY. So if it's pulling back, it's going to pull back aggressively, right? So you stay away from the longs. Actually, right now, the way the market is trading, you should be very cautious, like, you know, oversizing on longs, because the day that we get a very red nasty candle on the SPY or QQQ, a lot of people are going to cry, right? And it could be coming anytime soon. So you just have to think about that. I know that right now everything is going up and up and up and up, right? But that's not how regular market operates, right? We are now in like a melt up stage. At some point, we are going to pull back. Nobody knows when the pullback is coming, but the longer the extension, the likelihood the pullback is going to be is like snapping a band, rubber band effects. So if you spread the rubber band long and then you leave it, it snaps back very hard, right? So all what is needed by the best is that to put one bearish engulfing candle on the daily, and it's going to shake a lot of people off. So this is not the time that you load up, buy a whole bunch of things. No, right? Someone can say, oh, but it's pushing up. Yeah, but you want to protect capital, right? Because if that happens and you be caught in the wrong side, you're not going to like it, right? Yeah, so what I would say is that all extended stocks, stay away from them. Stay away from them, right? You can do like a quick day trade here and there, but if you're swing trading that, the risk to reward is to the downside, not to the upside after that huge extension. Okay. So yeah, good question. Guys, any other questions here? What's it called? Palantir, PLTR.
Hi, Richard. I've got a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So for those who are new to this, like myself, and we're doing option trading, so to get into the trade for like the Palantir, for example, does that mean we will need to get 100 shares of Palantir, either cash or via leap option, and then we can do the covered calls for the price you could, I think you said 155 expiring next week. Would that be the approach we need to take?
Are you talking about option selling or or what we are doing here is option buying? It's just short-term oriented trading. We are buying something and holding it for a couple minutes and dumping it, right?
So that's like day trading, isn't it, that you guys are doing here?
Yeah, so that's day trading. So with day trading, we are not planning to hold any of these stocks. We are just trading them for a short minute and holding them, but we are trading it via options, right? We are using, because options you need small capital in order to trade it. There are certain traders that trade stocks, like
Right.
here, they would have bought 150 shares, 100 shares of this at $150. And you see that Palantir moved from, let's say, from here to here. Let's say moved, it's almost 8 points, right? 8 points. So if you moved by $8, you only made $800, right? But with that same amount of money, if you have put that amount of money on a Palantir call options, let's say you bought the 150, that would have given you like maybe $5,000, $10,000, that kind of thing, right? So we use options as a leverage to take our trade, and then as we hit our target, we sell it, right? So it's short-term oriented trade. That's different from the option selling. Option selling is like most of the time, if you are doing cash secure put, you want to own the shares. So
Right.
you do your research and stuff. But here, we don't care about what shares is it. We just coming in. We just want to get a move from point A to B and walk away.
Right. I mean, because we're not, like, I haven't learned day trading, so I'm just trying to relate this to what I can do from the options point.
Yeah.
So is it that this is just not relevant at all for us? So we're doing options.
Yeah. So what if you are doing option selling? This is not relevant to you, right?
It's not relevant at all.
It's not relevant.
Okay.
It's a different beast on this one, right? Yeah, it's a different beast on this one, right? So here
Right.
is like if you want to make fast money, then you come here, right? This place is like fast money, right?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, fast money, right? But yeah, so that's like if your risk appetite allows it, yeah. But if you master day trading, then all other things are easier,
Right. Okay.
right? Because day trading is the most difficult, right? It's the most difficult. So once you master day trading, all the other things becomes easy. Okay, I see some questions here in the comments. Somebody, Chika is done. So here was hey Nemaka, you closed up on those trades on the Now and Microsoft. Yeah, good. Congratulations. Any other questions, guys? So the market, you see, the market is pulling back. This is pulling back. So, so that's why you gotta take. So here, this one came here. So anytime you see this, Palantir, anytime you see this, we are going to get a pullback. So I've taken profit here. I did a 0 DT, so I'm all out. I'm done. Right? I'm not going to hold it. I'm done.
So,
here.
like those of us who have the next week expiry, can we still hold it, or we should sell everything?
Have you taken profit?
Yes, but
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, so it depends on you. That's something
we can
that you
leave
have to
one.
decide. Something that you have to decide, right? So yeah, because I mean, if you made money, you have to decide whether to take profit or to hold, right? Because the market is extended, right? My thing is that the market is extended. So if the market is too extended, you always have to think, what if the market pulls back? Look at
And
my Microsoft is even down. I did not even like have the swing trade here. I did not even take some profit off and it's down. But yeah, so you want to take profits, right? You want to take profits? You
yeah,
can
that's
hold.
what like what
You,
happened to now yesterday, service now yesterday.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then at the end of the day, panicked and sold everything. Then it started going up crazy.
Yeah, you can. That one is a decision you have to make, right? Yeah.
No problem.
But a bet in hand, as they say, is worth whatever $1 million in the bush, right? So you want to lock in, right? Especially when we are extended like this, because for Monday morning, everything might be down, and then you're going to see all your gains evaporate, right? It depends on where we are at the market, so that's why you have to lock in some profits, and then you can hold some runners. When you're holding runners, you can do the math with the runners and say, okay, I entered here, so even if I hold this and it goes to 0, I'll still be green. That's how you can do your runners. It's a math game of math, right? You just do the math and say, okay, let's say you made $1,000, and then the cost of the contract is $500. You made $1,000 profit. So what it means is that even if tomorrow, Monday, we wake up and the contract goes to 0, your runners goes to 0, you are still green on the trade. So it doesn't matter, right? But if Monday we wake up and then the market is selling off and your thing is your you only made $200 and the 500 per contract thing is down by 400, that's not good, right? So you always have to look at it from that way, right? That's how you have to look at these things, and you can take profits accordingly. But I think that Palantir will do well. As the thing is that as long as the market continues, the general market stays strong, these stocks are going to go up. But we are too extended to the upside, and a sell-off could be imminent anytime soon. I don't know when, right? I don't know when, but yeah. So that's why I am giving that kind of recommendation, right? So yeah, let me see here. There's something that I have to talk about here. Just one sec. I'll stop share here. I have to search for this stuff. So while I'm doing that, if you guys have, let me know if you have any questions. Let me see if you have any questions here. Let me see here.
Hello, Richie.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, first, I just want to say thanks for the tips today. Really appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
welcome.
just want to ask a question. Like, I have
And sorry, yeah, and your name is
Chika. This is Chika.
Chika. Okay.
Yeah, I have
Hey, Mr. Chika, are you there?
I'll reach out to you later.
You did.
I did where?
Are you around?
Yes. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Or as a friend of mine say, you did like day trader.
With the push arm, with the push arm. Thanks
Yeah.
so much. Thanks so much. We get started. I'll reach out to you on that. Yeah. So
Mhm.
I have Microsoft 500 call for
Mhm.
for July 17th.
Okay.
Yeah, although I got like 4-5 contracts today, which I closed at about 60-70%.
Mhm.
I still have one runner. So this July 17th, like with the way it's looking and with imminent pullback, which might
Yeah.
happen like anytime, should I still swing this Microsoft or just close it out and take my profit and get out?
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a decision you have to make by yourself, right?
Yeah, if
So,
it were you, what would you do?
but it depends on profit. How much profit have you made, right? It's math game. It's game of math, right?
Yeah.
It's game of math, right? So, if have you made more profits,
Yes,
or
of
how
course.
is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, made more profit. So you can sell some and hold some, right?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't want any red at all. I just want green,
No,
green,
no,
green.
no. I mean, you cannot be in this market and not want red. No, remove that from your head. You are going to get red at some point, right? Red is
Yeah,
part of
true.
the game. So you have to be, your mind has to be conditioned that you are going to get some red, right? So what I need you to do is that, let's say you bought 5 contracts, right?
Yeah.
And how much profit have you made so far? Or what's the price of the per contract? How much do you pay per contract?
I'll have to check. I don't have the details, but this is like
Rough estimate.
small fraction of the profit, So I only have like $392 outstanding. Yeah, but like I've made about 1,000 already from it.
Okay. So if you have 392 and then you just have one contract left, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So hold that one contract. Yeah, that's how
Okay.
you play it, right? Because so if that contract goes to 0, you're still green.
Yeah, 100%.
That's how you have to do this kind of thing, right? Anytime I do runners, that's what I do. I do the calculation in my head or whatever. Yeah, calculate and see, okay, even if I leave this one is all like house money, right? If it goes to 0, it's no problem, right? If it goes to 0, no problem, right? Because if it goes to 0, that means that you are going to make approximately 600 green,
Cool.
right? So
Thanks.
there's a likelihood that we can push up. I think that we might push up to the 3rd week of June, and then maybe after that time we might start selling off, but don't quote me on that. The market is too extended. So I'm conditioning my mind that the market is going to pull back at some point. So any decision I make, I have to take that into consideration. I mean, this is not a time to be loading up and buying, like putting like big money into long trades, right? Is very risky because the market is extended. If we are to get a market pullback and we are reversing, then yeah, fine, you can do that. But when the market is like in, to the moon or wherever it's going to space, you don't want to be over leveraged, right? So what's going to happen is that once we get like one of these big red days, a lot of people are going to cry, right? One of these big red days, a lot of people are going to cry. So that one, I'm letting you guys know about that, right? There are people that are buying, loading up and stuff, right? You don't load up here, you load up here. When this moves above here, you load up, and then you know that you're going to get, and then your risk is very low. But here, if you load up here, your risk is very wide, right? Your risk is very wide. So that's how you have to look at this. Is a game of risk to reward, right? Look at this one here. It's going down, right? So
We can't see your screen. Oh.
Let's
oh,
see your
sorry.
screen,
Yeah,
Rejoice.
I'll share my screen again. I'll share my screen again. I put this information that I wanted. So don't go and be loading up like that's for everybody, right? In the trading, there's something called degenerates, right? Degenerates. Degenerates, what they do is that they go into the market and then they just buy, they just load up, they put up their whole account into a trade. Right? They put up a whole account. There's a guy that was on Twitter. The guy is crazy. The guy grew his account from, I think it was $1,000 to 300,000, and he started over leveraging. Like every single time he's using the whole account to take the trade and stuff. And the whole thing vanished. He blew up, right? So you have to know where to load up, where to step on the gas, and where to chill, right? If you look at this parabolic, and this here, anytime I see this one was a sign to sell, to buy puts. So yeah, anytime you see this green, and we are plateauing, looking like we are forming a mountain top, and you see this, you know that the party is over, game over. Time to go short, right? I didn't trade QQQ here. If I traded this, I would have shorted this, right? So that's what I want to flag to you guys. And yeah, so a pullback can be imminent sometime soon. I don't know when. So I have a masterclass coming up, So I've been getting a lot of DMs from people asking me, how are you able to spot the stocks before they move and things like that? So this masterclass is going to answer the question. So basically, it's for anybody you can attend. It can be a beginner, it can be a pro, experience, whatever. Is to identify. So right now we are in what I call a hot market. So in a hot market, stocks move from sector to sector. Money rotation. Money moves from one sector to the other. So as a technician, what you need to do is that you have to figure out where the money flow is going, right? Initially, beginning of the year, it was the metals. We got gold and silver. We traded in the swing trading service. And in November of last year, I told everybody that gold and silver were going to be the Christmas present. They were going to take off and go, right? Because I spotted it and we took that trade, capitalized on it, and stuff like that. It went up, right? Then we went to the semiconductors have been controlling this market anyways for the longest time. So they are like the boss of the market. As they say on Wall Street, as the semis go, so does the market. So, and then it came to the semiconductors going crazy. We saw stocks like SanDisk, which has done almost 300% or so, or 400. I don't know where it's now since January, right? So all these stocks have been going parabolic, right? How are you able to spot them? There's a way to spot these moves before they happen. So the purpose at Trading Rich, when we do the swing trading service, my goal is to spot the stocks before they move. Then we position before they move. So most of the time, 90% of the time, we are positioned before the big move happens, right? We do not chase. We do not go and be chasing things, right? Position before the big move, and then you can capitalize on that. So how do you spot these moves before they happen? Before the crowd joins, right? So it's going to be a masterclass on Tuesday, June 2nd. And what's going to be covered? So how to identify hot trends early, how professional investors and traders find strong stocks, when to buy and stay patient, right? How to avoid emotional investing mistakes and trading mistakes, right? How traders hold winning stocks or trades longer, right? Why some stocks rise 200%, 500%, or even more. And then I'm going to add a bonus because it's fitting for the moment, because the moment that we are in, we have to learn how experienced traders identify potential market tops before big sell-offs. So if you're part of our swing trading service, you see that we have been 90% spot on most of the reversals, right? And even when we got that, there was a trade, Avis car rental. The stock was going up and up and up and up and up. Everybody was chasing and stuff. And I said, no, I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to wait. I'm looking for a specific setup. Once that setup triggers, we are going to take the short, and we shorted it. I gave everybody the trade plan. I told everybody we're going to go from the top to a certain level. I remember it was 212, and price went to that place and started consolidating and started bouncing there, right? So with the same way, how do we use these strategies to figure out the market top, right? Market top can be challenging to figure out, but there are certain things that you need to know to be able to spot it, so that you are not buying, you are not loading up and going crazy when a stock is too extended, right? So in the course, I talk about, so here Palantir is going up. I have a swing trade on this, so that one I'm not worried about it. So here, QQQ traders, this is pushing up. If you can cross here, you can take a long. You put your stop loss here, and you can write it. Your first profit target, second profit target will be here. This over here, this one over here, the high of the day. That's going to be your next profit target if it goes right. So the only if you are going to enter this trade, it has to be. We have to hold this area. We have to hold above here for it to enter. Okay. All right. So yeah. So here, identify the market tops and stuff. That's something that is very important. So make sure you sign up, and also make sure you invite your friends and family to join, because this is going to be an insightful masterclass here, and that's something that is going to be important for everybody to know, right? Because you need to know where you are at in the market. You don't just need to be jumping on things and buying because everybody says it's going to the moon. Then you're buying, right? So this was the short This was a short for the ages, right? So some of my biggest gains have been through shorting stocks, right? Because you know, so if you look at this was a short squeeze, right? There's a reason why I did this. So that's part of we cover it in the Trading Rich course, which is the 4 weeks to Trading Rich. We covered it in that course. So here you see this parabolic move. This is called a short squeeze. So here this thing was going. This stock went from what I think it was here $100, and it went all the way to what 800 in just a couple of days, right? If you go to the weekly, it's how many weeks? 1, 2, 3 weeks, and then it went up, right? So here, once it got here on that day, I did a video and I posted it in the group. I told everybody that I said it before it happened. I said, okay, so you see that all the candles here are very close. They're very close. There's no gap. This is the only one that had a space in it. So immediately we got here, I said, okay, the party is coming to an end. The party is coming to an end. So here I needed confirmation. And then we started buying shorts, right? Like put options. And then I gave the plan that this is going to come to around here, 200 and something. This was the target. So we shorted this from here to here. So you can see how quick a stock can collapse. So on Wall Street, there's a saying that bulls use the staircase up. So this is a staircase up. It takes a long time. And then the bears use the escalator down. So all the semiconductor names that you're seeing, the longer they go, when it snaps, that rubber band, when it snaps, is going to be very devastating, right? It's not going to be like this. This one is just a short squeeze, but you can see that big sell-off, right? So I know people are excited, people are this thing, but again, that's sometimes people, you have to live and learn, right? You live and learn the hard way, then you know that, okay, this is something that is coming. I mean, the market can continue going up and up and up and up from here, but you have to know that the longer it goes, the worse it can be with the sell-off. So in the course, in our programs, I cover what is called Rich's Law of the financial market, which says that anytime you have a stock that is extended, so this is your 20 EMA, and this is your yellow line, which is a 200. So let me use something like MU for it. Right, MU. So you see here, I'll go to this place here, this one. So Microsoft is coming back up. So what's the name? Betty, I hope you're holding your Microsoft or you sold. So here you have here MU. Look at MU. Look at so this one, let me take off the lines. So here I use only 2 indicators for this Rich's Law, only 2 indicators here. So you see that anytime you have a stock that is, you have this, so this is a 20 EMA or moving average 20, anyone like simple or exponential. Anytime you see this extended like this away from the 20, so you have 2 extensions. You have extension number 1 here, from here to here. Let's take this off. Extension number 1 from here to here. And then you have extension number 2 from here to here. Okay. So anytime you have this, it leads to anytime it snaps back very hard, right? So the longer this goes away from the 20, all stocks, ETFs, crypto, Forex, whatever you're trading, they respect this law here, right? So market goes up, it's extended. If it's away from the 20, it always snaps back and comes back up. So you see here, we got that push, and then it put back here to the 20. So the 20 acts as a magnet for the market. It's like a magnet where it magnets in, like it's like reverting to the mean. It reverses there, and then what does it do? It bounces, right? So that's what happens here with MU, right? So MU at some point, I mean, it's a phenomenal company. They have lots of demand, all that stuff. But when things are selling, everything is going to sell, right? So these parabolic stocks. So what I'm going to do is that once the market downturn starts, I'm going to short all these parabolic stocks. And trust me, you're going to make more money shorting these stocks than even going long, right? If it triggers. right? And it's going to be fast, right? So here, anytime you have double wide, the longer the wideness, the bigger the snap is going to be. So I'll give you an example here, MSTR. In the time of MSTR, when it was going parabolic, here, this one, like Cryptomania, right? 2024, Cryptomania. This stock was going like crazy, like it wasn't stopping, right? So here you see that we were far away from the 20, right? Like 45% away from the 20. So the longer that extension is, the snapback is very, very aggressive and nasty, right? Look at that. So it came back all the way to the 200. That thing lost 56%. And the sell-off started here. So you saw this candle. So anybody that has taken our course, you know what this candle means, right? Anytime you see this candle is not just going to form for nothing, right? This is a bearish engulfing candle, and it's not just a regular bearish engulfing candle. It's a clearing bearish engulfing candle. Anytime you see this, you are going to get 90% follow through. You're going to get more red candles to the downside. And so far, after this, MSTR has never been the same. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah. This thing has gone from, well, there's some fundamentals and things because Bitcoin itself has been selling. So from 500 to here. So most of the stocks that we are seeing that are so gone crazy, some of them, their future life is going to be like this, right? Not all of them, right? I mean, there are some companies like MU that are solid companies, and they have lots of demand. And again, the reason why stocks go up more than goes down is that you have businesses in the stock market that make money. So if they are making more revenue and making more money, that means that they are going to their stock price is going to go up, right? So Palantir, man, Palantir is like, holy smoke, this smokes. It's Palantir has gone up here. So the tickets that we picked were spot on. So I'm still holding my Palantir runners. Microsoft, I just focus on my swing trade for that because I realize that it's a slow mover, right? Yeah. So if you want to join the day trading service, this is what you need to do. So I'll put the link here. So if you want to join the day trading service, we had some members that joined after last week Friday's live stream, and already they made 3 times, 4 times their yearly subscription, right? So if you want to learn this, you have to come here. So I should put in the thing here. So here we have, this is this is our courses. This is our live day trading. This is our one of our flagship courses. If you want to learn about day trading, this is called the 4 Weeks to Trading Rich. So here we talk about all this stuff that I'm talking about here, right? So, you know, if you want to know this, you can get this course. It's comprehensive. You can learn everything about swing trading and day trading. Then you can join us to trade as well, right? So here, this is the 4 Weeks to Trading Rich. Is the course. If you want to get this course, here it is. I'll put it here in the chat. And then I'll go check out let me show you the subscription services. So here, this is our swing trading service. So if you're a busy professional and you don't have time and you cannot do the day trading thing because of time constraints, this is a very good service, right? Because here, every single Sunday, I give subscribers my top 3 tickets. I don't discuss that on YouTube unless someone asks a question, right? If you ask a question about the ticker, I'm not going to be rude and say I'm not going to answer it. I'll talk about it, but I'm not going to tell you that that's amongst the top tickets for the week, right? I'll just explain it and then I'll keep quiet, right? But those that are subscribers, they know what it is. So this week, some of our tickets were ASTS. So ASTS, we made money even on the first day. The first day was already done. Now it's starting off due to that launch and stuff. So ASTS, we were able to capture that move. You see, it went all the way to all-time highs. That's all we needed, right? So even after the first day, this one did really well. And then we also had Irene, part of our tickets, Irene. That also did well. I think we also had Qualcomm as well, if I'm not mistaken. Too many tickets now. We also had Qualcomm, that one too did well. I think we have some small caps. I don't remember which small caps it is, but all the tickets that we talked about, all of them took off, right? And yeah, so members made money, and we still have other tickets that we have, right? So I also alerted Nike some time back. I'm sure people were like, "Why?" People are used to the tech stocks. So Nike, it did what that gave us like 200 and something % return on investment. So, and we still have lots of time on it. I think it expires in July or something. We have lots of time on it. So here, I do all the research, so I don't have to worry about, okay, which stock is moving, which is moving, what is that? I do all that research for you, and then what you need to do is to execute. So if you want to join that service, I'm going to put it here. I have a special promo for you guys that joined here today. I have a special promo for you guys, 20% off. 20% off the subscription services. So here, this is our subscription service. And I can even throw in, if you want to get a course as well, I can give you a promo code as well. So that's for the swing trade. And then this is the day trade. If you like what you see here today and you want to day trade with us every day, this is the service that you need to get, right? So the successful traders in our day trading service, all of them have yearly subscription, right? The guys that are spinning their wheels, they have monthly subscription, right? Because sometimes they come and they go, come and they go. You can't learn this doing that, right? You have to lock in, right? Lock in for 1 year, and then you cannot trade with me for 1 year and not be profitable. That means that you are doing something wrong, right? Within 3 months, you are going to be a profitable trader. 3 months is even long, right? It can be even 1 month, right? We have traders that have been with us for a couple of days. They're already profitable, right? So here, what you need to know is that you need to lock in, right? You need to lock in. So that's the day trading service. And you can use the promo code TR20, Trading Rich 20, TR20 to get 20% off the subscription. So you can get or yearly or monthly subscription, you can get the 20% off, right? And once you master day trading, all other things are easy. Because day trading is the most difficult amongst them all, because you are trying to figure out price direction within a short period of time. So your brain is always at work, right? You have to be sharp every day, right? So, and here I have the masterclass. Don't forget this masterclass, because this is going to be a very insightful masterclass. Make sure you forward it to your friends and family. Everybody should register. And then we see you guys on Tuesday. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. And if you need additional coaching or anything like that, like one-on-one coaching or anything, just DM me, send me a WhatsApp message, and then we can talk and then try to help you out, right? Only for serious people. I do one-on-one coaching for only serious people, right? So if you're serious, you want to level up within the shortest possible time, then you can DM me, send me a message, and then we'll have a discovery call and see if you're a good fit, and we'll go from there. Okay. So let me know if you guys have any questions. So done here for the day. Just going to monitor my swing trade. Palantir is going down. I think the market itself is tired. I need to where's the peel off something here for Microsoft? I hope it's not down. Microsoft. Okay. So I'll take some profit off of my Microsoft swings, because I take profit, taking some profit off here. So swing trading, guys, make sure you take some profit off that Microsoft swing. At least I'll sell some and hold some. I need to take profit, but I'm holding the big chunk for the bigger move. Okay. And SMCI, we also had SMCI. Oh, what a fantastic trade. So also SMCI was a swing trade I alerted last week Friday to the swing trading members. SMCI was somewhere here, right? Let me see if I can get the chart, pull the chart. Yeah, there you go, right? So the trade was simple. I said, okay, if SMCI can break this down sloping trend line, this trend line has been from 2024, this year, it's going to take off. It's going to go crazy, right? So, and then we got these big moves, right? So from year to year, we've been in the trade. This already 43% on the equity, and it filled this gap. This is one of our profit targets. So swing trading members, make sure you take profit. You can hold some runners, but I think I call this mission accomplished. So I'm still holding some runners here. It's 200 and right now it's 240% ish, 240% approximately that number. Yeah. So here we are here. So we fill this gap already. Next steps is if the market continues to stay strong, this is going to come here at some point, 58. And we have time. We bought time on it. It's expiring in July. So we'll hold the runners and allow it to play out. Okay, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have any questions here. Any questions? So let me know what you traded. Did you guys trade anything? You guys trade anything? Take any trades? Take any trades here?
Yeah, Palantir and ServiceNow.
Okay. And you made money from both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So your ServiceNow eventually worked out. So you
Yes, it did.
Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
good. Yeah. So yeah, I focused on Microsoft and what's the name? Palantir. Okay. So Grace, are you green? All right. And
I have from greens.
okay, awesome. Congrats. So what about the rest? You guys trade anything? Did anybody take QQQ or NQ? Okay,
think
Evie
I
did
think so.
Palantir and NQ. See, Evie is our pro futures trader here. So when you start trading futures, that means that so this is how the market is, right? Trading stocks, just trading stocks, it's like you are in high school, right? Trading options is like you are in university. Trading futures is like you are doing your graduate program. You are doing your master's or PhD, right? So Evie is doing a PhD. She's a graduate student, right? It's trading futures. Because futures, right? You see how this moves like this? NQ. NQ, the way NQ moves is crazy. It moves very fast, like speed of light, right? So if you start trading NQ and you come and trade stocks like Microsoft, you are going to get mad, right? Because Microsoft is too slow. NQ is just takes off and goes, like rips very fast. And the same way, it can cause you to lose a lot of money, right? Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, good job, Lara. Good job with the Microsoft. I mean, Oracle has been blowing hot and cold, right? We took some swing on Oracle. The first day it did 40%. And I told people to take profit and hold runners. And then the thing collapsed from there on. It just collapsed from there on. So I don't know whether that's the characteristics of the stock. I mean, I don't trade Oracle every day, so I don't know how it behaves. But it was just shocking, like the way it just collapsed. I think this was this day here. Yeah, it came to 200. So I let the trade. I think hit here, and then we captured the move to this place at the 200 psychological level, and then from there it went downhill. It went downhill from there. So Arana ended up going red, right? But it took some profits off here on that day, and since then it just held this 20, and then it's pushing up, right? All right. So okay.
Yeah, Richie, Oracle has been behaving crazy. I remember there was a time it was supposed to it was supposed to go in and fill there was a gap.
Yeah,
It was
this gap,
almost
yeah,
there
this
at the
one.
gap. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just touches the gap, then goes back down again. I'm like, hey, what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on?
Yeah. So every stock have its behavior, right? So if you're not trading it every day, you don't know how it behaves. It's just like Tesla. Like I used to trade Tesla a lot, so I know how it behaves, right? Even Nike, right? Nike does this thing. It's something that I've been watching every single time. What it does, I don't know whether today is going to do that, but every single time it goes down, like first hour or so, and then it recovers. It does this every single day for the last couple weeks, right? I don't know if today is just going down or is going to recover again. So every stock is like a living and breathing animal, right? They have their own characteristics, right? They are like they are like human beings, right? Everybody have their behavior. So we are getting a bounce here on QQQ and SPY. I think they are going to like, it looks like it's going to pop here. So it came to the demand zone. Remember the demand zone that I marked? See, it respected the demand zone, and then all of a sudden, boom, buyers are stepping in big time to hold this, right? So demand zone respected, right? So here, if we break above here, we are going to head back up to this area. There's enough. There's a lot of volume coming in. What's that? Is that some news or something? This is unusually fast. So I'm taking a quick position here on this. Let's see if we can go. Just scalping it. This is just a scalp, guys. So you don't need to take it. It's a scalp for me. Let's scalp. Go to the 2 minutes time frame. And looking at this here. Oh, smokes. This is going crazy. This is going crazy, guys. 7. Let me get something. So I'm in this trade here. Okay. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. You have any questions here? Any questions? So let me know what you guys learned today. Put in the chat. Let me know what you learned here today. You learned something. Take home message. What did you learn from today's live stream? If you go home and your partner or your wife or husband or your kids are asking you, what did you learn from this live stream? What are you going to tell them? Put in the chat, or you can unmute and talk. Yeah, don't chase overextended tickets, right? Yeah. So if you go study the history of the market, they always say, oh, this time is different. No, this time is not different. There's a guy called Mark Twain. He says, he coined the word, this time is different. Some people think this time is different. So this candle here, right? If this candle closes, let's say this candle closes like this is going to be a topping tail candle. Then next week, what I'll look for is I'm going to look to see if we can, let me take this lines off. Let's see if we can, like, it comes here, this one. That's this. If we start breaking below here, then we are going to head back down and touch this. We are still in an uptrend. We are in a super uptrend, right? So we are going to start changing market structure if we break below this purple line. Remember, the 20 is the magnet of the market. So until we break that, we are in the uptrend, right? We can get some pullbacks and things. So yeah, you see here, you have SanDisk and all the memory names. Okay, right? So yeah. So on the day that we break here, you know that you have to go in hard on shorts, right? It's going to go back. It's going to come to this level. So imagine shorting this from here to here, right? Because of the fear and panic, it's going to be very drastic, right? Yeah. So here, you see that this has been holding here, held here, and nice. So yeah. So we shall see what happens. I think that we can continue melting up here, but I don't know how long it's going to be, right? So you gotta be cautious, right? Yeah, strategies make, yeah, of course, you can make money there are different ways of making money. You can, there are a lot of things. So you have to have many tools in your toolbox, and then you have to have the ones that work best for you, and then you can trade it, right? So I have a long here. I'm waiting to see if I can get here. If I get here, I'll take my profit, and then that'll be it. So this is expiring Monday. I bought QQQ and SPY. Expiring Monday, and I'll hold it. So yeah, Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, guys. That's about it. And just give me a sec. Just give me a sec here. Just give me a sec. I need to send something. I'll stop sharing. I'll share something here. While I'm doing that, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any questions, I just need to share something important here. Here. Okay, so I'm getting DMs from individual about certain things. So this to make it easy, here it is. So here's the link. If you want to book a discovery call with me, you can go to this link and book the discovery call, 20 minutes discovery call, and then we can talk, right? If you want to talk about if you want to level up and things, you can book here, and we have a 20 minutes discovery call, and I'm going to break down what you need to get to the next level, right? So yeah, 20 minutes discovery call. You can go book it, and then I'll get the notification, and I'll meet you, have a Zoom call with you. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Any questions? Any questions here? Any questions here? Going once, going twice? No questions? Let's see if anybody raised their hand. Esther, did you trade today? Anthony, are you learning something new here?
Yeah, I have learned that I need to take this course. Day
You
trading
learned that
course.
you take the course, right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, so I'll send you a discount code, okay? Yeah, if you want to
I'll
take
be
it.
grateful for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll send you a discount code, or you can just DM me or something. Set up I'll send you a discount code. I have to get my team to set it up for that one. But the discount code that we have so far is for the subscription. So anybody that wants to do
Okay.
like monthly or yearly. But what I would say is that if you want to level up, like you want to lock in master day trading, you have to do yearly, right? And within 3 months, you are going to be like, if you take it serious, right? Because everybody's different. You take it serious, you are going to become a very good day trader. And once you master day trading, all the other ones are easy, right? Because day trading is very tough. Like, it's going to test you, right? And it's going to test your patience. It's going to, yeah. But if you are looking for fast money, like daily, sometimes you are going to get losses. It's part of it. It's part of the game. So that's why I was telling Chika that you can't have the mindset that I don't want to be red. You are going to be red at some point. It's part of the game, right? But you just have to play it well and make sure that you preserve capital, right? So you come in, you learn every single day, because I'm trading with individuals every single day. We see things, because I cover those things, all those things in the course. But if you see it happen live, you are now going to believe it, because I can tell you that this can come here. You see, I drew this level. This was a price discovery level. This is a resistance. So I expect that if price come here, it's going to obey and start pulling back at some point. I can tell you what it is, but until you see it, you are not going to really have faith in it. So now you've seen that, okay, oh, this thing came and it respected this level. And know that support and resistance level are not just a tiny line, right? It's a zone, right? It's a zone. So it's an area. So you can go a little bit above it, or you can just touch it and go back, right? So just know that it's a zone. So here it came here, and what did he do? It starts selling. Boom, it just went down, just like that, right? So that's the thing that you need to know. So once you are and then screen time is very important. Like when I was learning those times, I used to spend at least an hour every day. even when I was doing 9 to 5, what I used to do was I used to screen record. I'll screen record. I'll go to work. I'll come back and I'll watch this thing, right? So I'll mark my levels. Like I'll mark my levels and say, okay, I'll write a trade plan and say, if I was to take this trade, this was where I'm going to take it. And then when I come back from work and I watch the video, the recording, I'll see that, oh my gosh, this thing came and hit the level, the place that I wanted to go short and the place that I wanted to go long. Then it helps you to become confident in the strategy and stuff, right? Yeah, so that's how it is. So
Okay.
I've figured out the strategy for you guys. You guys don't need to go, reinvent the wheel, go and be, jumping from the strategy has been figured out. So you just have to execute on it, understand how to execute on it, and then that's it. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
Mark, you have a question. Go ahead.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a question on
Mhm.
if you can go to Snow.
Snow. Hey, you miss winter, right? The guy miss winter. Winter in Manitoba. Yeah, snowflakes. Yeah, snowflakes.
Yes,
Man,
snowflake.
it sucks that I miss this Anis Lotto, man.
And yeah, so for a technical trader, right?
Mhm.
Someone has very good technical analysis. When we see, I know this gap up was earnings induced, right?
Yeah.
Or how should we read this?
Just one second. Let me check
All
something.
that are just coming into technical analysis.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
do we read
Let me check. Just give me a sec. Let me check snowflakes. Give me one sec. Give me one sec. Give me one sec here. Yeah. So. Yeah. So you said, sorry. What did you
Yeah.
say?
How are we expected to read or interpret? What can one make out of a gap up like this?
Yeah, the gap up is going to fill sometime in the future. I don't know when, right? It could be this year, it could be next year, it could be 10 years from now, right? So so just know that gaps fill sometime in the future, right? Future can be tomorrow, right? It could be, that's why you have near future, distant future and all that stuff, right? So just know that it's going to fill back. When you have a stock that has gapped up in earnings, if you get a continuation, that means that those that had faith in it and have bought this, they want to defend their position, right? They want to hold it here. So until such a time that this comes and breaks below here, which is going to be like the gap entry. So we use the block, the body, right? Once he start breaking down here, most importantly here, then we are going to continue going up, right? We are going to continue going up here. But at some point, if the markets start going down, we are going to come and fill this gap later. But I don't think that you are going to get a big gap fill here anytime soon, because now everybody's eyes is on Snow. And very soon, I believe Snow is going to come here, this level, 280. Right? It's going to come to 280. And then it's going to, like, it can go beyond that. And the analyst price target that they've given is someone saying 300, whatever, right? Yeah. So as long as we are not breaking below here, momentum is still in the upside, right? So if you are analyzing this, what you can do is that, let me go to the chart where it has less distance. Oh, Palantir, what a clear move. So yeah, this Palantir. Oh, whoa. Guys, you see what I'm seeing here? This is crazy. What? So again, consolidation, expansion, right? Longer the consolidation, the bigger the move, right? So it's nothing new, but I'm seeing these two long candles. I'm like, what? What's going on here, right? Yeah, so here, let me go back to snowflakes, right? So you see here, anytime you see something like this, and we are in an uptrend, you can just assume that the gap is filled, right? Assume that the gap is filled. So fill the gap in your head, right? Assume that the gap is filled. So assume that there's some kind of a green candle here. And then, so that will mean that we are still in the uptrend, right? Assume that the gap is filled. So let me fill the gap here. So I'll fill the gap. Assume that the gap is filled. So if the gap were to be filled, what are you going to be doing? You are going to say, okay, this, if we break above 256, is going to go up, right? So the next target for this, if the momentum continues, is going to come here. That's the next major target, 280, right? But if we start breaking below here, then we are going to come into the gap entry, gap fill kind of thing, right? So this is still momentum to the upside. I'll give you another example, AMD. AMD, there was a gap that I was waiting for AMD to fill, never filled, at 170 here. Where is it? This one. Where is it? So way back. Holy smokes. Look at that. This one. This one was all the way. So there was a gap here that I wanted AMD to fill. So I kept on selling cash secure puts. It never failed. So it kept on going up. So here we saw that AMD what eventually settled, like it pulled back to this area was it this was
March.
This March, yeah, it pulled back to this area. So here you can see that. So what happened here in AMD? So again, the biggest moves in the market always start with consolidation, right? If you can spot this consolidation stuff, right? Here, you see here. So this is weekly, right? So you see that AMD was trading in this range for several weeks, right? Several weeks here. So here, if you count 1, 2, 3, let me go to the monthly to just use the easy maths, right? So here we have, it's been trading within this range. So this is like, I can count this 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5, 6 months, right? So if you multiply by 4, what do you get? 24 weeks of consolidation. So this move is not by accident.
Okay, Richard, I have a question on this one. Because you've always said this, but it could go up, it could go down, right? I've also heard you say that. Is there a way to be able to tell where that expansion is going to go after the consolidation? Is there any?
Absolutely. Because once you identify the consolidation, this is a box, right? This is a box. So this is a bull flag. This is your flag. This is your pole, right? This is your pole, right? So this is a bull flag, right? So this is your flag pole, and this like the Nigerian flag, green, white, green, right? Over here, right? So now this is doing what? So if we cross above here, then we are breaking out, right? If we break below here, then we are breaking below the bull flag, right? But usually in the bull flag, technically what you need to know is that you see the flag pole, this pole, as long as we are consolidating in the 50% range, we are going to move up. So, so like if you're measuring this pole, this like 50%, right? So as long as we are consolidating in 50% or higher, above that 50% range, we are eventually going to push up. If we start moving down, then we are going to break down, right? So that's how to spot. So this year I've gone to the monthly. So you see here. So this move here, I mean, it's okay. The fundamental guys are going to talk about AI this, AI that, blah 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 blah. But what you have to know is that before the catalyst and the moves and all these things come into play, it shows up in the technicals. It shows you the vision in the technical. So this is where smart investors are loading up, right? They are loading up, they are accumulating shares, waiting for this breakup. So you can be a position trader where you take only a few trades a year and you wait for this kind of moves. Obviously, this move has been crazy. Like AMD trading at 500 is even like mind-boggling, right? AMD trading at 500 because I got AMD at $56 and it's 500. That's crazy, right? So here you see that this move. So the longer this has been consolidating for 24 weeks or what, 6 months. So that's why you're seeing this huge move to the upside, right? So if you can spot stocks that are doing this and position before the crowd, before the thing, then you are going to. So I'm going to talk about all this in the masterclass, right? So I'm just giving you a gist of what it is, right? Going to talk about all this in the masterclass, and you can, So that's what we see here in AMD. So you see that it couldn't come to the gap fill. So you just have to fill the gap in your mind. Just fill the gap in your mind that is filled, right? All these gaps, but the uptrend is there. Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So have a good day. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. And then I'm meeting with the bootcamp guys at was it 12 p.m. my time? That's 2 p.m. Eastern. So we'll meet and discuss a few things there. Okay.
Yeah, Richard,
right,
I'll call you. I'll call you shortly.
Okay. Yeah, call me. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Richard. See you later.
One. Yeah, have a good one. Yeah. So
Bye.
I'll send you the promo code, Anthony. If you need promo code, that's why you can DM me. I'll send it. So we'll use the same promo code there. TR20 is going to be the same promo code, 20% off. So I'll just activate it, right? Once I activate it, I'll DM you and let you know. Okay. All right.
Okay,
guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Yeah.